Rest in peace, sir. Alright, the next bit of news, I wouldn't call this happy. I'd call this like, what the F? Alright, dig this. Vizio to pay $2.2 million for tracking your shows. Now, anyone who's bought a Vizio TV in the last 2 to 4 years, Vizio is the latest TV maker to come under fire for tracking the viewing habits of its customers. Now, this is a feature that was turned on, implemented in all their recent models, and then turned on by default in more than 10 million Vizio smart TVs. Now, this can track what you're watching and then share the data with advertisers. So you think you have a smart TV where, I can make it look, like video, even though it's shot in 24 frames a second, all this stuff, where I can voice activate it. Yeah, it's also tracking everything you watch, demographics about your house, all this information they can collect, and then selling that to advertisers so they can market properly to you. Ever wonder why you get specific commercials all the time? Ever wonder how Facebook seems to know so much? Because all that
that's the creepy stuff. Directly. You know what I mean? My girlfriend says the same thing. She's always like, how does Facebook know exactly what I just looked at? Or, you know what I mean? It is a little fishy. And it makes me feel uncomfortable. Somebody's watching you, always.
And as if that wasn't insulting enough that this is going on without people realizing, we still have commercials.
Oh, totally. I'm like, why? Ads are everywhere else. Cut me a wedge here. Yeah. What I love is I DVR everything so I can just fast forward. Okay, now similar programs, have been seen in the past from Samsung and LG, but Vizio was the first one, or at least the most recent one, to actually get some legitimate recompense.
Yeah. Well, I also feel this is, while it's disturbing, it's also should not be shocking in any way. Well, you know what I mean? You cannot be surprised that people are tracking you for all sorts of stuff, especially for advertising and trying to sell you things.
You're online directly.
Right.
TV,
there's always that.
It's sacred ground.
No.
Yeah, your TV's watching you.
Man, now they know what kind of porn I like. That's embarrassing.
All sorts of weird stuff. Yeah.
They already knew what kind of porn you liked.
No, I like that. Yeah, they did. I'm not fooling.
Of course they did.
Okay.
But it seems $2.2 million is not really that much, too, for a company like that.
I think it's more the publicizing of this.
Right.
That they were caught. This is hand in the cookie jar. Like, I didn't do it. Yes, you did.
Sure.
We saw you. We have it on tape. Your crumbs on your mouth.
We followed you following us, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that more is the major effect. Like, people are aware Vizio might boycott Vizio. Might opt for Panasonic now. Get a Magnavox. Get a Magnet box.
It's not like my Zenith.
I want a Sony TV now.
Yeah.
Sony. Yeah.
All right, now dig this. This is the one thing that weirded me out because the specific demographics that were shared were information such as sex, age, income, marital status, household size, education level, home ownership, and household value.
And exactly the things they need to sell you whatever.
But they get everything. All that just from your viewing habits. They tap into your cable accounts, of course. But the rest of that, how do they know how much my home is worth?
Right.
Seriously, it's twisted.
I don't know. It's like if you watch the Golf Channel and Golden Girls or something like that.
Maybe.
It puts you in a certain...
I'm thinking maybe, do I watch a lot of home repair shows?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Also, like, is it just you watch a bunch of CBS, you're divorced? Like,
yeah, right.
If I watch a bunch of Paul Dean, am I racist? If I watch a bunch of Bob Ross, am I just an Afro enthusiast?
Or a stoner.
I'm really jazzed about trees.
Really jazzed about trees. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I love they have Bob Ross on.
And clouds. Let's not forget.
Yeah, they have Bob Ross on Netflix now.
Only the happy clouds.
Yeah.
They have Bob Ross on Netflix now.
Yeah,
they do.
Totally
it's like with the 24-hour channel, right?
Right.
Okay, if you watch that, are you clinically depressed or just manic or just actually on pills 24/7?
I dug Bob Ross a lot when I was younger, and I dug up some his older stuff on YouTube recently, and like there was this one episode like later on when somebody died close to him. It might have been his wife. I don't remember exactly, but he gave this like send off to like how important his fans were and everything like that. It was really this awkwardly touching moment. He's the kind of the soft-spoken guy anyway, but he was like, your letters that you've sent me, they really mean a lot. He kind of had like that tear coming down almost. I was like, geez, Bob. Yeah, Bob Ross, man. It's one of these random things I dug up on YouTube. I didn't, see that coming. But
I feel bad making fun of him now. Damn,
yeah, man. Feel bad.
Yeah,
feel bad.
Thank you.
Feel that.
One man, the most famous Jew forever, and I can't. No, honestly, I found a story behind that. Apparently, he was out of work for a long time, like borderline homeless, and then when he got that gig, he had just like stopped getting haircuts. He was always like really into short hair and like buzz cut style.
Well, he was a military man.
He was, yeah. So he preferred like clean cut, but to save money, he just stopped getting haircuts. he got the first audition and got the show with that afro, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna cut this with the first paycheck, and come on fresh and clean cut. They're like, no, people really like it, really respond to it, it makes you stand out. He hated that afro. They made him keep it every day. He just
I remember on the show Doug on Nickelodeon, they do when there's like an episode where Doug makes
his ears lowered.
No, he gets the painting, and it's like his dog makes it. It's kind of like this famous painting people are talking about. But then he's like, he envisions himself. He has that like daydream thing where he goes, but he's like Bob Ross with the afro and everything like that. It was like Doug with the afro.
My favorite was on the Boondocks when the Bob Ross analog character was bombing all the houses with Riley.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That
was messed up because it turns out he's like this ill eco-terrorist.
Right.
He takes
it's like Wayne Brady and like
exactly.
Show. Yeah, he takes an 8-year-old boy on a drive-by. Like, what the hell, guy? He gives him a gun.
Yeah. Like at first he's just like, that's a great mural, and then he takes him bombing, and then he's like, okay, and then he gives him a gun. They go, it's awesome.
Yeah. You know what's messed up too? The music in that was so beautiful,
so good.
And I'm like, I'm like, wow, this is touching. They're shooting at cops.
Yep.
Thank you a second.
Just think about it. Yeah.
All right, but just know that if you bought a Vizio TV in the last couple of years, you actually can get your money back if you file. Vizio was charged for unfair, deceptive, and intrusive practices. The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, said Vizio has agreed to pay $2.2 million to settle the charges. What's kind of messed up about that is that's not going to customers. That $2.2 million goes to the FTC. Majority of it goes to the FTC, the state of New Jersey, and there was one more, like $300 went to be disseminated amongst customers. It's weird. But just be
for the millions of people affected by this, here's $300.
Yeah, you know what's messed up? I got a smart TV too. I got one of those curves.
Oh yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Michael Bay just watching me. Like, yes, you watching me. I listen to your petty little show. Yes, watch Transformers. Pay me more money.
You didn't put the toilet seat down.
Michael Bay, I love Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys was the shiz, my man.
Bad Boys.
I watched that a lot. Yeah.
Bad Boys was totally awesome. Bad Boys 2, less awesome.
Bad Boys was... Actually, Bad Boys 2, people love Bad Boys 2. You don't like Bad Boys 2?
People liked it a lot.
There was a new Bad Boys, right? Wasn't there one
they've been trying to make Bad Boys 3 forever. They've been saying it's going to come out.
Okay, it's Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys, the original was awesome. I remember
Bad Boys 2 was the one with Gabrielle Union as the little sister.
Yeah, which I didn't like throwing that in there. I thought it was unnecessary.
Wait, is that the one where they drive the Hummer through the favelas? Is that
yeah. That's the one where they dress as the Klan.
Yeah.
No, Bad Boys was the shiz though.
Yeah, no, the first one was definitely.
They're knocking over dudes in wheelchairs. They don't care. They got that gun with the four. With the four barrels
at the end, yeah. It's like the sawed-off handgun. That was a little weird.
That's why we'll learn one of my favorite euphemisms too. It's like, what do you call it? I call that King Dang-a-lang.
King Dang, yeah.
Go ahead, whip it on your forehead, big boy. Just whack.
Yvette is a masseuse. She massages shit.
I also gained a fond appreciation though for Taya Leone.
She was awesome.
And I dislike her in anything she's ever done.
Yeah, she's
pretty much.
That is a spectacular catalog of crap.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, The Naked Truth was fun.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Come on, man.
So much awful. All I'll say is David Duchovny.
David Duchovny,
Take that image there. Yeah.
Yeah, nope.
All right.
Nope.
All right. Well.